gained 10 pounds eating the red and the green M&Ms, bro. So, I gained 10 pounds so quick. On top of it up today, how you brothers been for the week, man?
Oh, we've been good. We've been
good.
Good. We can't ignore the ratings. I mean, this light skin thing is working for me and Derek.
I heard it's more market. Where do we start?
Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Let's Chop It Up. Please follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Like and subscribe, and tell a friend about four brothers down here on this YouTube channel. My brothers from my mother. It's been 7 whole days since I've seen you guys, man. Talk to me. Let me know what's going on with you. Talk to me, Derek.
Yo, what's going on, fellas? I hope all is well with you. I hope all is well with everybody who's just kind of checking in with us, you know. And yeah, I got a echo. But I hope everything is good with everybody checking in with us, man. We got the baddest crew and wonderful people checking in. We got I don't know what's going on with me right now, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm all over the place. I'm tired of living out of my living room. You know what I mean? We're making some progress in the house. I think I mentioned before we got flooded a couple weeks, actually a couple days before Christmas. And we're just kind of working our way back towards normalcy. I think it's kind of taking its toll a little bit on me more than anybody. So I'm just kind of used to certain things. But I don't really know what other than that is what's really going on, man. It's kind of my life is kind of kind of whatever right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know what's going on. I don't really have any direction. I'm trying to lose weight, but I just haven't gotten the thing. You know how you have like those New Year's resolutions, you're going to get up and you're going to lose some weight or whatever. Nothing. You know what I mean? I think we're all used to that. So I'm kind of sick of myself with that, So I don't know. I think I'm just gonna have to figure something out, man. I'm just kind of in a lump, man. It's just kind of like in this place. But I'm gonna get up and do something with myself, man. I'm telling you, I gotta lose this COVID 30 pounds. You started off 20, now it's 30, now it's 40. Then you add the Christmas and the holidays, and now we're up to 50. So it's getting kind of bad. I looked at myself naked the other day. I was disgusted. You know
Derek,
what I mean?
Don't lose 50 pounds though, brother. Not 50, Derek. Not 50.
Dude, you have not seen what I saw in that mirror, man. It was terrible.
My gosh.
Yeah, man, it was terrible, man. It didn't make no sense, man. It was ridiculous. It didn't make no sense. I gotta get something together, man. So, do a push-up, something, bro. I don't know what I'm gonna do, man. So maybe hey, Nikisha, how you doing? So I want to
Hey, Emmanuel. Hey, Nikisha.
Hey, honey. Yeah,
Hey,
that's
Red.
my baby. She's sticking with me through it all, man. Through my whole obsession with obesity right now, bro. It's ridiculous right now.
Obsession.
So, this isn't a suggestion. Don't try this at home. But Derek, there is this thing that does seem to work when it comes to losing weight, and it's called crack.
Crack.
I've never seen a fat crackhead.
Man, you ain't never gonna see
they don't exist.
Yeah, I think you might be right, but that comes with I like having teeth. You know what I'm saying? That's the other thing.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
That is one of the side effects.
Oh yeah. They don't tell you that. They don't tell you that.
That was the original slim
Shauna,
fast waist trainer tee. It was smoke a few of these rocks.
Get it together, right? Yeah, I probably could use a crack light. Yeah, see, Emmanuel, thank you. Thank you for feeling my pain. My misery requires company right now. I'm serious, man. It's kind of bad. But other than that, man, I'm blessed because my kids are doing good, still doing as good in school, still got a wonderful family, man. My wife is still cooking all that wonderful food, which is not helping the situation. But you know what? At least I'll die happy or whatever, man. I don't know. And that's about it, man. Dane, what's going on with you, brother? I hope you doing all right, man.
Busy week. I've recently changed my name to Daniel because of Jamie, who has changed my name at least 4 times since I started the show a week ago. So right now I feel like I'm just answering the hey you.
Okay. Oh, that's right.
I'm just responding.
I gave you the wrong name, Daniel. That's right. You're Daniel, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm just gonna start. Look, y'all can call me Daniel for the show. Usually it's Damien. That's what my mother named me. But things happen. My week is going okay. It's busy, but I feel like it's filled with purpose. So I'm getting to a ultimate goal. So I'm really trying to just push through and power through just the days because I'm really looking forward to the weekend. I think I'm taking a day where I'm just sleeping in.
Word.
Just rest,
That's it. Yeah, man.
I'm waiting for that recovery day. But yeah, decent week so far.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Pass it over to Kelvin, man.
Well, first of all, good evening, fellas. Derek, keep the struggles real, so keep it going. Damien, D. My week has been kind of like yours, Derek. You get kind of this post-holiday hangover.
Yeah.
And January is one of those months. It's just a transitional month, and we've been fortunate not to have crazy snow and all the things that we usually get. So I'm enjoying that. And I'm a little upset because I'm a Jets fan and I got to watch all these other teams go to the playoffs once again while my Jets are sitting home. We just fired our whole offensive coordinator today.
They did? I didn't know that.
LaFleur's out. And so
oh my God.
It's a results business, but I'm just tired of losing. And I blame my cousin Gregory, one of my favorite cousins, who made me a Jets fan, and so good luck to everybody else who's going to the playoffs. It's just been 12 years for us, just 12 years. So,
I got a quick question on that, Kelvin.
Yeah.
So if you was Jets owner for a day, what would you do? If you could be like, I'm going to do A, B, C, and then my day is over to turn this whole thing around. Because I have family members who've been Jets fans before I was born. And so I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
If I could be Jets, if I was the Jets owner for a day, try to buy a time machine, go back in time, and just kill myself. No. What I would do 2 years ago, and it's funny you bring it up, and I always would blame my friend Derek for this for the rest of my life. 2 years ago, David, all we had to do was lose 2 more games. We'd have had Trevor Lawrence. But you know why they won? Because they watched the show and saw Derek told them to play to win the game, and that's why they did it. That's why we are where we are right now.
Hold on. Let me tell you something else though. Hold on. Let's get back now. They won that game, right? They still had the second pick, right? Trevor Lawrence is dope.
I shouldn't have done it.
What did y'all do when I said to do?
You said get Justin Fields.
Bet on black.
But that's the only problem with D. He gonna get a black one back just because he's black. But he would have been right. He could have got me out of done better.
I never liked Michael Vick.
I got that. Now, the one sad thing though is, as you can hear in my voice, I've been around all these people with a cold. I ain't had a cold in 2 years, and now it's trying to get me. So it's me, and it's NyQuil. So that's what I'm rocking right now. So I'm gonna fight it. You know how it is. You got 24 hours to win. If you don't, you're gonna wake up where you can't breathe. So that's what it is. But point guard, Derek. D, what's the deal? Talk to me. What's going on?
Chilling, man. I had a good week, man. Met up with some friends with dinner. I went to dinner for Founders at Phi Beta Sigma on January 9th with my man Karan Allen, friend to the show, and his wife. We had a good time. She took me to a half vegan, half meat spot. It was kind of cool. They had some meat stuff on the menu. They didn't have no chicken. It was weird. I was like, damn, the vegans don't have at least chicken. They had all beef products. It was kind of different. But now we had a good time chopping up with Karan, man. Smart brother. Love talking to him, man. And his wife. Love him to death. I met up with my man Mark. He gave me a Crenshaw shirt from what's the dude? Nipsey Hussle. He bought me a Crenshaw shirt. So I got my first West Coast shirt I ever had in my life. They don't got that good cotton. I got to teach them about cotton. They get some hard cotton, but otherwise it was cool. It's cool. My Knicks are winning right now, and the Giants are in the playoffs. So it's a win for me right now, brother. It's a win.
Congratulations.
I tell you how I feel. I seen 4 Super Bowls in my lifetime. So
thank you, brother. I appreciate you
sharing
that. I appreciate that.
But everything's good, man. It's football weekend, man. I'm looking forward to just relaxing, probably chill out on Saturday and watch my Giants on Sunday. So it's good, man. Everything's good.
Enjoy, man. Enjoy. I've heard about the playoffs. I heard they're nice.
Yeah. It's a thing, man. When people get together and you watch, and it's a win or lose. You win, you go on, and you might get something called a Super Bowl and win a championship.
Oh, that's how.
And a parade comes with it in New York. So I don't,
Wow.
It happened.
Just like Oprah said.
Oh my Lord. Sounds crazy.
All my life. But no, for people to know, let's chop it up. We'll be off for 2 weeks. We won't be here next Wednesday or the Wednesday after that. We come back on February 1st. We real black. We come back in Black History Month. I was like, you know what?
There you go.
Let's shut it down. Come back black. And we're going to come back blacker and deeper and blacker.
So with that said, then we got to do a special shout out right now to Dr. King, and a Dr. King holiday, MLK Day.
Yeah.
So, we're not going to be here. We just want to celebrate right now for all the accomplishments he did. And although my people still didn't make it work, he did have a valiant effort. He had a valiant effort, Yeah,
it was all a dream.
And Damien had a chance to go visit. Damien had to visit the King Center. So now the circle is complete.
Yeah, it was an amazing experience just going down there, checking it out, seeing some of the memorabilia. Like they had suits, they had his Nobel Peace Prize, they had some flowers he gave Coretta Scott. Like the first time he ever gave her plastic flowers, and the message was he wanted to give her flowers that will last. So there was like a sentimentality and intentionality behind his just movement, and learning more about his story, his life, his family. It's always a pleasure to engage in that type of great leadership and learn and be in the presence of something so meaningful, not just to me as a Black person, but honestly to the world. But it holds a sentimental value for me as a Black male, right, living in this country and now residing in Georgia, where a lot of things went down. So it was just a great experience, and I'm glad to have been able to do it. And I believe I'm also doing a service project on volunteering on his birthday to do some work with another organization at Morehouse. So hopefully I'm just trying to give back as I can, and hopefully as a people, as Kelvin has said, I'm contributing in a good way. Hepzibah, what's up? Y'all remember Hepzibah? She was on the show. She came.
Of course.
Tore it down.
No doubt. But then,
great friend, great person.
Thing is, when you bring him on the King, right? One thing when Chicken used to tell to the young people, the movements he was doing from 18 to 25 years old, 23. I tell young people, challenge yourself. This man was 23, leading massive amount of people. He's only on the earth for 39 years. So as about in that short time, he's 23. I said, what are y'all doing at 23, 18 to 23? Like, what kind of changes they're making in people's life? His legacy was already written. Done. He could have quit at 25. Would have been he's like one of the greatest people lived to walk the earth.
Yeah.
In that short period of time, like I tell people, like you could do a line a little bit of time. Don't waste your good years on doing dumb shit.
No doubt. No question.
I think he also had mentors. He had mentors. People who was able to educate him. Like a perfect example, Hepzibah, Ellen Baker. Just people like that who were able to help put him in a position and guide him and help him understand what he was capable of. Like I think as young Black men, we're not taught what we're really capable of. They give us a footnote during Black History Month and other things like that. Black men and women, Black people in general, we're not exposed to our potential as human beings. In this, I can only speak for the country that I'm in, but in this country. So yeah, I'm with you, D.
Yeah. Go ahead, Derek. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. I was just going to say we have to remember that that's our job, though. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get that from the state. You know what I'm saying? That they're not going to teach you how to overcome them, or you know what I'm saying, how to change it. We have to. That's our job. You know what I mean? To do that.
Yeah, so, and it's like young people keep saying you want to tap in. Like watch who taps into you. Watch who plugs into you. They could drain you of your energy and your source. And that's the thing. Like they go saying, "Yo, this the OG," but what the OG could, like you said, he had mentors. His OGs really planted a seed and poured into him. You gotta watch who pours into you. Some people can pour poison into you. You can kill a plant if you pour the wrong kind. If you put soap in the water, you kill it. So that's young people got to realize that, man. 23, they can do it. What's up, Simone? How you doing, sister?
Hey, Simone.
Yeah, man.
Hey, Simone.
Yeah. So, but anyhow, man, let's get to it, man. Let's chop it up, my brothers. Let me see what's on my man Jamie got for me. Bill's safety. Damar Hamlin is officially released from the hospital. The brothers back in these streets looking sweet. I hope we can be there Sunday. What day they play? They play Sunday. No, they got a bye week, right? Do they got a bye this week?
They should.
They should, right?
Yeah, they want the AFC.
So don't listen, man. Y'all had a chance, bro. Bet on Black. I'm gonna tell you now. I told y'all to bet on Black. That boy, y'all talking about, he like have seizures.
Yo, D, I'm gonna tell you honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Chicago trade Fields though and take that number 1 pick, get the QB.
We'll trade him to the Jets.
Yeah, we want Lamar Jackson, brother.
Y'all ain't getting Lamar.
We're gonna mess him up anyway, man.
Yeah.
See, Derek, you don't want to be doing this to us. Derek.
No, I'm just saying. Be honest, bro. You know we're gonna fuck him up, bro.
I'm gonna get Lamar. I'm gonna get Lamar and cut his hair. That's what I'm gonna do.
So can I ask a question then?
All right, go ahead, bro.
How do you feel as a Jets fan about Geno Smith currently?
I think Geno's a scrub that just caught lightning in a bottle for a minute. Geno's still a scrub. I'm sorry. Scrub teams do scrub things. And he is scrub. That's an aberration.
He's older now.
Took 10 years to have a good season. Geno's still a scrub. I'm sorry. I refuse.
Classic.
Yes, he beat us because we was bigger scrubs. But Geno's still a scrub. I don't want Geno. I don't. I'm tired of everybody coming here. Got to take 40 years to get it right.
It's the classic Jet experience, bro.
I know.
Classic
He was a
Jet
giant,
experience.
too. He's a giant, too.
Oh, man.
First of all, I don't know too many brothers named Geno. That's the first problem right there. Geno.
That's so
Brother
true.
named Geno.
Who the fuck named the black man Geno?
Oh my God.
He's making chitlin pizzas and shit. Geno. The fuck is this shit, man? Geno. I just realized
Directly of pizza to Daddy Green's pizza.
Daddy Greens. Fucking Daddy Greens. Oh my
man.
God. But I'm glad. Well, we got the brother Damar's out, man. It was kind of crazy because, I think my people talking about, when I posted this thing like, how the NFL jerks players, they were saying like, no, they gonna do right by him. I said that's a one-off. Like y'all got to think about it. One person is doing right by out of many. The average, most of these guys are out of the league in 2 years, 3 years tops.
Yeah.
But and I like telling like, somebody said, well, you can't pay everybody. I said, then how the fucking unions pay everybody and get pensions? What the fuck are you telling me? You talking about $11.99 is better than the billionaires?
Right.
You talking about guaranteeing these contracts, D?
The Teamsters are better than the billionaires? This is what we talking about?
D, this is what I'll tell anybody. Usually these athletes are so good. Some of them are 2 and 3 sports athletes. They get scholarships. So usually a lot of these dudes in the NFL run track. A lot of these dudes know how to play basketball. You got to really count up the cost. It's a collision sport.
Yeah.
If you cut your life short, you are they're not gonna.
Okay, people say that. So what does welders do? What do people that skyscraper dudes do? They got hard, crazy, dangerous jobs. Police officers.
Yeah, but the average
everywhere.
the average police officer career is not 3 years. The average welder is giving you 20 years.
But I'm not saying that. Listen, you got to think about it. If he's staying in the league, what they say, 8 years? Or was it 4 years? Get $40,000 after he turned 55? Come on, bro. You talking about my man that's a retired cop right now is getting a higher pension than him?
D, you can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth. You know what it is. You know what the NFL is, brother. It stands for not for long. You know that. You know what it is. You know what it is.
Oh man, what up, Danny? Yeah, so but let me see. Yeah, but I was just thinking about that, man. Anyhow, man. So what's this? The LASD releases body cam footage of a traffic stop involving a rapper in South Los Angeles. Jamie, can you play the clip for us, please?
You take off in this car, I'm gonna shoot you. I'm gonna make it super easy on you. You put this car in drive, you're getting one right to the chest.
An LASD deputy threatens to shoot an unarmed black man while he is parked in his car in Gardena. The sheriff's department released that body cam video in an effort to be transparent.
The video has gone viral, sparking public outrage and concern. KTLA 5's Rick Chambers is live in Gardena where it all happened. Rick.
Yeah, Pedro, that man that you see in the video there is said to be a rapper whose stage name is Feezy LeBron. Now, this is a pretty busy little parking lot here, too. There's 2 very popular weed dispensaries at the other end, and people are coming and going all the time. Now, this particular man was sitting in his car on his phone when the deputies approached. Take a look.
What are you doing? Stop.
It was just before 6 p.m. on New Year's Eve. Rapper Feezy LeBron is sitting in his car in this Gardena parking lot along Crenshaw Boulevard when passing LA County deputies stop and demand that he get out.
All right, I'm just gonna spray you. Get out. Get out or you're getting sprayed. Get out or you're getting sprayed. Get out.
This body cam footage shows one deputy standing off to the right as the other threatens to spray the rapper with a chemical if he stays in the car. Then suddenly, it escalates.
You take off in this car, I'm gonna shoot you. I'm gonna make it super easy on you. You put this car in drive, you're getting one right to the chest. I don't care what you got. I don't care if you got on you. But guess what, bro? Now you got to deal with it. But if you pull some bull, you're going to take one to the chest.
With his hands raised, the rapper asks, "Why do you want to shoot me?"
You gonna comply or no?
Comply with.
If you move your hands from right there, you're in trouble.
So you gonna shoot me? I'm sitting in the damn car, bro.
At this point, the deputy calls for backup.
Move your hands from right there, and you're done.
So I'm under arrest or what, bro? You got guns.
You are most definitely 1,050% detained.
Feezy is told that if he doesn't comply with the deputies, he'll be arrested and his car towed. He decides to get out.
Because right now you already resisted my partner by ripping your hand away.
Your partner came and opened my damn door by himself.
Step out and comply to him.
Your partner came and opened my damn door.
Newly elected Sheriff Robert Luna, who campaigned on improving community relations, released this body cam footage and a statement today saying in part, one deputy displayed pepper spray, then drew his firearm and used unprofessional language, which later resulted in a complaint filed by the community member. The Sheriff's Department has opened an investigation into the deputy's actions and language. In the end, that man with the rapper was given a ticket for having a missing license plate. He was not arrested, though. In Gardena, I'm Rick Chambers. Guys, let me throw it back to you in the studio.
Well, first of all, let me say this. Feezy Jordan is still better than him. I'll tell you that right now as a rapper. Secondly, no, I mean, it's just sad. It's just sad because it's so redundant. You're almost, desensitized to it. To see that, I keep saying that position, that the power, there's a certain type of person that is drawn to that position for that reason. And you see it, on display so often, and it's so bold, you don't even care that cameras are on. You really are policing people that you don't think are human, that you don't think have rights, that you think are beneath you. And whatever hatred that you have for our community, it is always on full display. I knew guys like that I went to school with that I just want to be a cop. I want to be a cop. My question is why? Why you want to be a cop so bad? I don't want to hear about because you want to help the community and stuff like that. You can't stand a certain group of people oftentimes. And this allows you to act it out. And a lot of these dudes are young and afraid of this community, and they shouldn't be policing it. They shouldn't be policing our community. I've seen it a lot. I did an event years ago, and boy, 22-year-old cop, he running out in the street in Manhattan trying to talk to girls. He's running out in the street, holding up traffic when he see a girl in the car trying to get a number. So you're immature in a lot of cases. And then you're coming from Nassau County, you're coming from deep in Suffolk County. And I know this is not a story about New York, but you're coming into the 5 boroughs, a community that you don't relate to and you're afraid of, and you're trying to police. And I think that's one of the things that we're seeing on display. And this, to be honest with you, is just one of, I'm sure hundreds, if not thousands of cases that go unreported.
No doubt.
Kelvin.
I just got a quick response. Fuck both of those police officers and fuck everything they stand for.
God damn.
There we go. I don't got no excuses for that type of activity, behavior. You're supposedly whatever it is. You trained, you this, you were scared. I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck them. Mm-hmm. It's too much. There is no more conversation. You're wrong. I think now there should be something where if these police officers are not following the protocol to the T, any lawsuit, whatever, it should come out of the police pension.
Yep.
I bet you it'll change.
That's the only way
it'll be polite and comfortable.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Solve the problem. Like
the taxpayers have been picking up the bill for these lawsuits
all day long.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but don't they have some sort of thing where you can't even bring it to court or anything like that, right? It's not they can't be sued. What do they call it? I can't remember. They can't be sued. So
they can't be sued personally. Yeah, they can be sued personally.
Immunity.
Okay,
they're trying to change that. I understand.
Yeah, they got to get rid of it.
Yeah,
because look at what he just basically said. If you move your arms, I'm going to shoot and kill you for moving your arms.
Mm-hmm.
That's some bullshit.
The guy also walked up, and the other cop walked up and opened his door without anything.
Right.
It's right. So
they
they could have been jacking him They could have been wearing police costumes and just been like, well, we rolling up on robbing people.
Facts.
Like,
Listen, they're gonna have to
ultimately
understand.
over a license plate, right?
Yeah,
Ultimately.
one of these days they're gonna have to figure it out, man. That people allow the police to police them in the first place. You know what I'm saying? You're allowed to do this. There's a sacred relationship. We're allowing them to operate. And then one day, what happens when people decide that you're not allowed to operate this way? You know what I mean? What's that going to look like? Because you got certain people that are going to, do what they're going to do. So I don't know. I don't know what it's going to take, man. But something's going to change. Something's going to change, and people are going to get more and more reckless after a while, bro. Something's going to change. It's just a matter of time. Yeah, qualified immunity. That's what it is. Thanks, Tim G. Yeah, qualified immunity.
Simone got a question up there too, Dave.
Yeah, Simone says, why don't the police have this energy towards the school shooters? How come white people can act worse than black people and still manage to get treated better by the police? Yeah, absolutely.
Great question.
Great question.
Emmanuel says, the fear plus the shield of the badge gives them the power to do this. It's sick and sad. Yeah, and it's and you know what it is, and it's like a broken record. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I agree. It's like we're getting desensitized to the whole situation. But I think that's a temporary. I really do believe that's just a temporary reaction to us. Eventually, we're going to get to a place of no return, or it's something's going to happen, man. Something's going to happen.
I was having a conversation with a friend earlier, and one of the things I want to just bring up is there's no fear in there. Those police officers are not afraid of anything. They have that situation all the way under control. They have the numbers. They have the weapons. You can't tell me. Most people act out of fear. They try to avoid the situation. They are walking towards and creating problems. There is no fear in that. Like when somebody's looking for trouble and creating it and forcing it, I'm not using the word fear to talk about anything that they do. They are violent, aggressive abusers of power. That's it. They're not afraid. If you have cameras on you and you're comfortable saying all the things, literally telling somebody you're going to shoot them and kill them, and they are not threatening you in any way, shape, or form, and it's visible, where's the fear? What fear are you talking about? Like, generally speaking, like, because I know that a lot of people say, oh, it's fragility and fear, and it's like, no, it's not. These people are comfortable and violent.
Yeah. Hefzibah says these police aren't afraid of body cams because they know they still have the majority of white U.S. behind them. Like Damien said, if they can't be hurt by image, got to hurt them by pocket, And that's the sad part. It used to be that, there was some sense of decency or embarrassment. You know what I mean? Like, we do you want to look crazy? Do you want to act like you have, the word of honor?
I don't know. In the 60s, they sprayed us with water hoses with the cameras on. They ain't give a fuck.
Yeah, you're right about that.
I was about to say, I don't know when the embarrassment was because they was comfortable wilding out even worse.
You're right, man. Maybe I'm thinking about what should be instead of what is. Maybe I'm thinking of politeness. Because a person can be polite and still be that way. So so I don't know, man. But it's sad, man. It's really getting ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's really ridiculous.
It's crazy. Shout out to Emmanuel. That's my homegirl. She's dope individual. I was definitely not coming at your comment directly, but I was having that conversation about the idea of fear and these people like the Karens. You standing in front of somebody you saying is threatening your life, talking about this person is making me afraid for my life. Why are you standing there on the phone? Like, why you ain't walk away?
Why you run?
That don't make sense.
Why you run?
For 15, 20 minutes, you've been afraid of your life and you ain't go nowhere. You stood there and waited for the police to show up. You're not afraid.
And that was all ego, If you put the car and drive, I mean, first of all, you're not supposed to take that weapon and discharge it without someone else having a weapon, without your life being
unless your life is in danger. Your life is not in danger.
There's no imminent threat at all. The man is sitting in the parking lot on his phone.
Also, you had the pepper spray out first, right? So why'd you have to escalate it anyway?
So the procedure, I would assume, would be, license registration. You don't have a plate on the car. We never got to that point. What you do is you always aggress someone, then later find out what charge you can get.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
great point.
Let me see what Jamie got here. Racism in the workplace. Jamie, can you play this clip?
Next tonight, 3 managers at a Lowe's store in Virginia are out of a job tonight, fired after calling back one of their drivers out on a delivery. The customer the driver was on the way to see allegedly wanted only a white person to make the delivery. Here's ABC's Mars Cavalcampo.
Home improvement retailer Lowe's has apologized after a veteran employee was pulled from a delivery job because he's black.
And I got a phone call on the phone telling me to bring the delivery back, saying that I couldn't do the delivery.
Danville, Virginia driver Marcus Bradley saying he was told the customer didn't want a black man in the house. Shockingly, the store honored the request.
I mean, I thought that Lowe's would take up for me.
So who did take up for him? His fellow driver of 11 years, refusing to complete the delivery with a new white partner.
To me, you know, that it just ain't right for a business that we work at to go on with the woman's wishes.
In a statement, Lowe's says, "We have zero tolerance for behavior of that kind. We have apologized." But one person who is not sorry, the homeowner, as she told ABC affiliate station WSET.
Do you feel bad about the delivery driver?
No, I don't feel bad about nothing.
In their statement, Lowe's also says that an executive traveled to Virginia to personally apologize to Bradley. David?
There you go.
Was that really their brother's voice, the black guy? He sure was in plain voice. I was confused. I thought the black guy was the white guy voice, but let's go. Let me get serious. But I really did. I was like, anyhow, go ahead. Anybody thoughts?
Yeah, man. I mean, I was just having a similar. I was just having a conversation with my mother about. My mother's grew up in Alabama, Birmingham, Alabama.
Worse,
you know. Yeah, these folks are. Yeah, they're out of control. You know. Yeah, go pick that shit up yourself. You know, and just having conversations about her. She related a lot of what we heard about the time, you know, growing up there, you know, having to use the back doors and, you know, not being able to, you know, take you know, not be able to go to the white beach, you know what I'm saying, and jump in the water at the ocean, you know, I guess you're gonna blacken up their, you know, their water at the ocean, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know, it's just interesting. She dealt with it in her time. Her mother dealt with it in her time. And now apparently we're dealing with it in our time. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, this is the theme here in America, you know, apparently. So, yeah, these are country black. There are country black people. Yeah. You know, but, I don't know. I was in a room recently as well with a bunch of non-black people. Let's just say it like that. And and I think I might have spoken about it before, who you know, who said that with a straight face that there was no such, like, not that there was no such thing as white supremacy, but that white supremacy was not an issue any longer. You know, I don't even know where to unpack that. I didn't even know where to begin. You know what I mean? I just couldn't get into it. But you know, but when I see things like this, it really, really, you know, I really wish it was a different room or a different setting where I could really educate them. You know what I mean? And I don't think we can educate anybody right now on white supremacy. It is what it is. You know what it is. You know what I'm saying? If your head is that far in the dirt at this point, then there's as far as I'm concerned, there's really no hope. The only thing that's going to help is you have to have some sort of experience. You know what I'm saying? Something you have to experience yourself. So, yeah. It's, I don't know, also known as Tuesday in America.
Right,
so
right. I think it's a selective amnesia that happens. You know, people kind of vacillate back and forth when they need to pacify people or not. We know it's real. What I'm fortunate and thankful for is I had parents who let me know from the beginning what it was, from the very beginning. It was never in doubt, never some type of pie in the sky ideology that it didn't exist. They let you know what you're going to face from the gate. They handed me the playbook early, and the other side's playbook never changes. The same plays are in there. They disguise the coverages, but it's the same plays. It is the same plays because the DNA of the people who started it is still walking around here today. It is still there and is passed on. And I'll tell you, the thing that amazes me about it, it never dissipates. That woman that you saw on that screen, that woman, you can flick back to 1850 and you'll see her, and it the same disgust, disdain, and I mean the same evil and whatever. It's right there, and it has not dissipated. You've seen a country put a black president in office. It has not dissipated.
It got
and
more
guess
polite,
what?
though.
And guess what? And I'm like kind of like Damien. I don't even care. That money, no, that money. That's what it's gonna be. That money. Because in other words, we the ones that keep financing all this crap. We keep financing all these companies, and you don't hit them where it hurts, and that's reality. Because I'll tell you one thing, I always say on this show: there's two communities you know not to play with. Two of them you know not to play with them, because you know what they'll do. They'll cripple your business. You ain't gotta like them, but I bet you one thing: you're not gonna talk about them. You're not gonna disrespect them, and we have to get like that.
Yeah, you're right. Right. So my question from the producer Jamie is: do you think Lowe's handled it the right way? And then, real quick, anybody?
The managers that were fired, I think that makes sense. If they release a statement, they have no tolerance for this type of behavior. The managers who enabled that behavior, that's a problem. Probably, if I was a manager, and this is just me, you know, that woulda, coulda, shoulda talk. So I might be capping. I would have delivered it myself, left it on her door, and be like, "Well, the delivery is complete. You figure out how to bring this mattress and bed and 400-pound couch into your house, old lady. Strap it to your back. I give you some string. Figure that shit out." Like I feel like they need to.
She already got string. She already got string.
That's hilarious. Man.
But there has to be some type of I don't want to say retaliation, but there has to be some type of approach to really put these people in their place, because there is a level of entitlement and a level of comfort in just being out of next level disrespectful and prejudice and like you're in the right. You know, they feel self-righteous in that behavior. I don't care about it. I don't regret anything. And it's like, oh, word, then maybe you should feel a little bit of shame and regret. What if now 2,000 black people showed up in your house and decided to start taking stuff and walking out? Like, knock on your door, open it up, just saying like, well, we don't feel ashamed from borrowing your fucking whatever you got in there. I'm talking in an extreme right now, because I think the reaction to the stuff is just sickening.
I get you, brother.
Well, to me, the first thing you do is you void the delivery. The delivery is suspended. I have a company, and we have a do not service list, and we will put you on a do not service list. That's the bottom line. So you have a right to buy it there, like Shauna said. You have a right to buy it, but you're not going to dictate who delivers it. So what you've done is you just waived delivery. And so now what you do is you can come and get it. They have the right to buy there. But let me tell you something. She's not the only person like that shops at Lowe's.
That's
right. I'll be honest with you. I shopped at Lowe's once or twice, and I tell you, the service was horrendous to me. And I don't know, right here in Long Island, I'm dead serious. I'm not into chasing people around to get help. I'm not into that. I don't care if I got 2 nickels. You better act like it's $1 million. And if not, I go somewhere else. I'll take my bat and ball and go home. So I don't like Lowe's to begin with, but this is a separate issue. I'll just say this, though. The moment you're going to dictate who brings this stuff, then you've just waived. You're on the no service list. So we're not going to deliver it. So what you can do is get this refund, or you can come to the store. And when you come to the store, then I'm going to take Damien's approach. And yes, it's going to be somebody look like me that you're going to have to deal with to get the stuff. So that's it.
See, Kelvin, your solution, as right as it may be, and correct as it may be, requires one thing that may be absent, and that is an understanding or a sight of the bigger picture. You know, because a lot of what happens is in these instances, a manager goes and they kowtow to the customer is always right. And they just want to keep the job. They want to go to work. They want to come home. They don't want any problems. They don't want to rock the boat. So, you know, an excuse is made. You know, compromise is made in their mental, you know, in their own integrity. And they, you know, they just give the person what they want. You know what I mean? So, unfortunately, until enough of those type of people have a look at the larger picture, that's going to be an issue. I'm sorry about that, Sophia. She said, yeah, let her have a medical emergency or fire or flood, and the first responders are of color. What is she going to do? Die?
She sure would. If I was the responder, she would. I stay right outside. I'm sorry, we're not supposed to come here.
Yo, I got a question though. So was that customer always right theory working during Jim Crow? Did they rock that same with the whites only? You know what I mean? Spaces?
I promise you, with some people they did. There's always gonna be a portion of the population, all right, who's going to see the bigger picture, so to speak, who's going to say, hey, this isn't right, but they're not willing to put it on the line.
But see, well, there's a couple of things. First of all, customers don't dictate policy. The other thing is this: the customer is not always right. The customer has to be treated. No.
Dictates policy and business.
Hold on. Let me say this: the customer is not always right. The customer has to be treated like they're right. But what happens is in other words, Derek, if I say you can exchange this within 30 days and you come in 40 days, you could be a customer all you want. You're not exchanging it.
Right.
That's it. So that policy is going to be set. And what happens is you read that fine print on that receipt, you'll find that, and that's just it.
But policy is made for the betterment or the financial health of the business, not necessarily.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So I'm not going to let the customer dictate policy. In other words, you're not going to tell me who is going to deliver to this. Now, there's certain things that you can say within delivery. You could say, hey, I want people to come in the house with shoe covers on, or I could, whatever like that. Those things we work with. But you're not going to tell me the person that you want because you don't like this group of people. That's just the bottom line. And so as a result, you now are not going to get this delivered. You're not going to get delivered by somebody white or somebody Asian or somebody. You're not getting it delivered at all. The trucks are not rolling. So what you have the option of doing is come in and pick this crap up yourself, or you can get a refund. And that's just it. And that's, as Forrest Gump say, that's all I got to say about that. I'm dead serious. And Sophia makes an excellent point. Because I tell you one thing, let me be the first responder. I'll be walking to the house. Oh, my hamstring. I'm sorry. I can't make it in.
Listen,
you touch your elbow and be like, I got a Charlie horse.
Yo, otherwise, like, I know we got a guest coming up. Like, I wonder what she'd do if she had an organ and need to be done. Because black people organs, our blood match with a lot of people in the world, right?
Oh, yeah.
They need it. So, like, what about different? I don't know. Anton Gunn, now his mother just got a kidney transplant. I wonder what would happen if, like, somebody else, a black organ, say, oh, we got this organ from this dude from Compton. Do you want it?
I know what would have happened. If my relative was a cadaver, I'd say no. But that's right, bring it right back.
Yeah, sure. This is I would have said all our delivery men are black. Absolutely, yeah.
All our nails are black. Our wood is brown.
I would have said the blackest name. I would have said Rashad. I would have said.
Well, she looking like the Tales from the Crypt. She talking about shit wants to come in. You know what I'm saying?
She definitely did look like the Crypt Keeper. But what happens if she does the DNA and me or 23andMe and she find out she's 17% African? What's she gonna cut off part of her body?
Probably.
She try.
Hope so. But anyway, Damon, can you bring to this week? We have a guest coming in, man, to close out January for us. Can you bring in our brother, man, and tell him what he do and all?
Yeah. So, Sean Coggins is a business owner. He's gonna come in and talk to us a little bit about using social media to boost your business and build your business. So, anybody out there that's got a business right now, they're looking for ways that they could use social media to boost their business sales and things like that. He's going to come and talk to y'all about that. Bring y'all questions because this is a great opportunity to get some insight from a social media expert.
So without further ado, Brother Sean, can you come to the stage, brother?
Mm-hmm.
Evening, everybody. How are you doing?
What's up, my brother? What's up? What's going on with you, man?
What's going on?
Hey, man, just getting through January,
Right.
Feels like December went really fast and January is here and it's time to set new goals, right?
Yeah, man.
Sean,
great.
I'd like to just be the lead-off batter today for a moment. First of all, welcome to the show, my brother. I appreciate it. Let me ask you a question. As a person who's a business owner, and I'm sure we've made a lot of mistakes. We've tried everything, and sometimes we've just been spinning our wheels. What are some of the biggest mistakes people make with their business regarding social media?
Not trusting your gut. Not believing in your product. A lot of times what I have found from different so I came from a financial investment company and I did digital marketing for them. A lot of times the one thing that they spoke about is you must have a solid product. So let's just say you have hair skin product. People are very interested in the process. And they're interested in if it works. And I think a lot of times the raw, uncut videos are probably the most, or graphics that they put up on their social media or they send out to their friends are probably the most impactful because it's the realest part of it. It's not where it's like Lancome, hand gel or lotion or what have you. It's not an advertisement with Rihanna. It's you like making that formula, putting it out there. So I think a lot of times is, getting over that self-doubt and not worrying about whether or not it's gonna catch your friends, don't care about your friends' comments, because a lot of times it's not your friends that are actually supporting your brand. It's someone else from another part of the country or part of the world.
Thank you.
Yeah, I once read something where it said your friends are not your customers. Your friends won't become your customers, but some of your customers will become your friends. You know what I mean? And so that so that was pretty interesting when I saw that. But I got some friends. I got a friend list, and I want to get my my widget sold, right? And I got a really good widget, but these stinking people won't share my posts. I can't get them to do nothing. How do I get these people invested in my widgets? I need to sell these. I need to stay in business. What do I need to do, to make these people make a decision? What would you say?
So there's a couple strategies. If you're fresh, like I have a new client that's a fitness guru, but he has a bunch of testimonials. So that's going to be a new project that's starting. So what I would say is that you need to do the research on people that are similar to your product. See exactly what they're doing with that particular product, and then go on Fiverr and type in, your widget into Fiverr and see exactly who, as a person that's an influencer, can actually match the type of communication you want to your customers. So, those things can be purchased if you're starting new, or if you feel like it's really, really a strong product, because what you're going to have to do is have a portal where you can actually purchase it on an e-commerce, and then you would have an influencer who's going to say, hey, go to this particular site and purchase this widget. So a lot of times you see YouTubers who are really influencers pushing products, like Prime, like the Prime thing from Logan Paul.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a product, right? And you could purchase it if you go to Publix, if you go on their website. But what he does is he'll go to another person and say, hey, I need 30 seconds for you to promote my product. And then he'll push it to that, that audience will go straight to that particular product.
Quick question. If, let's say, I started a social media account right now, today, what's the first thing that I should do? I have a business. I'm up and running. I'm not in the digital space, but I want to get in there. I'm like, I see all these people, these influencers, this OnlyFans, all this stuff. They talking about all this money they making. How do I get in? What's the first thing I do after I type in my password and my name? And that, what would be the first platform that you would say to join? And then what would be the first thing to do?
So I think there's a couple things. So I think when you're first starting out, I think Facebook is a good platform to start out on. You basically can put your product up there. You can, also attach it to your website. And remember, Facebook is one of the most powerful platforms you could be on, because they own Instagram, WhatsApp, IG, Snapchat. So once you grow your audience on that particular platform, because I'm not sure if you guys ever heard of there's a comedian I follow on YouTube. His name is Country Wayne, right?
Mm-hmm.
But his audience is huge on Facebook, right? So you build it on Facebook. You tell people, hey, purchase this product. You can set up your own shop on Facebook, and you could connect these things, right? Because IG now allows you to add your products to it. So, if you don't have a big budget, that I would say start with that, tag your friends in it, throw some Facebook ads towards it, boost your post. And I think start out very slow. And this is not a sprint. It's really a marathon, because what you're trying to do is teach people the different phases of why they need to really purchase your product, or even understand you, because a lot of times the person will sell the product, not the product selling the person.
Real quick, can you bring up? Sorry, let me cut you off. I just want to bring up. Sophia had a question. Sammy, can you bring that up for us, please?
She said, "What if the product is a service?"
So that's a great question, right? So I'll give you an example of two things, right? So for me, at times I will put my services on Fiverr, where I can get a new audience, right? That's looking for, maybe social media and just other disciplines, right? I know a chef that has a physical restaurant, but he does catering. So he's on another platform that's maybe for catering, for handyman, all these different things. And I think it's called Thumbtack. And what that allows is, like, for teachers, if you need, you want to tutor people, you want to have all these different, grass cutting, etc. I have a boy that he started out on Thumbtack. He was cutting about five lawns a week, and then he got picked up by a bank. Now he's cutting about 200 to like 400 during lawn season. So, using that platform can really elevate, because it may be a gig, a side hustle. So as you're doing your side hustle, you're gaining more confidence as you get more customers, and you continue to grow out your business like that. And there's many other platforms.
I got another question. Got two more questions, but bring up one of the questions, Jamie.
Okay, Hepzibah says, if you have a lot of followers on Twitter, do you suggest now moving off or staying on and hoping it survives? Because I guess Twitter's doing what it's doing.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where you have to understand how you got those followers, right? Did you get those followers because you're a writer and you're doing excerpts from a book or a poem or whatever new work, or did you get those followers because of other things? So inside of that, you need to look. In Twitter actually has, on every post that you create, it actually has the ability for you to look at the analytics. So it will tell you exactly where your followers are coming from, what you're trying to what you can. It'll tell you a little bit more about, like, the background, the location, and a lot of more information. So what I would do is really figure out what exactly those followers are following you about, and that's really going through a lot of the followers and seeing what articles, what tweets that you had were great, and what was it about. If it's about you using a product, maybe you should find out the wholesaler for that product and sell that product, and you can actually ease them along. It's almost like Kevin Hart, right? When Kevin Hart started out, he started out in comedy, right? And then he little by little moved into like Soul Plane and other movies, right? It wasn't like he went from comedy and next week you saw him on Soul Plane, right? It was like a gradual move, and now he's turned into like the Arsenio Hall, right, on Peacock, right? And now he's so he's taking his audience little by little, but you can't just like throw them into something new. You just have to say, hey, I have this idea. What do you guys think? And on Twitter, because of Elon, you're going to get a lot more people engaged, because that's what he's really trying to build, is to continue to have people on Twitter. But now you can monetize Twitter, and you can move those people little by little onto other platforms like e-commerce or IG or wherever you want to take them.
How do people become? Go ahead, D. I'm sorry.
No, we have one more comment. We have one more comment Jamie want to bring up. Then you can get to it. But
Shauna says, do you think buying those IG or Facebook ads work?
It depends. It depends. A lot of times you have to think about it like this, right? So I grew up in Brooklyn, right? And used to have like downtown Brooklyn, used to be like Ames and all these different stores, right? So they're gonna advertise a bunch of things like 20% off, 50% off. But if it's Payless, they're probably going to get low traffic as opposed to Macy's, as opposed to Banana Republic, all these different places, right? So you gotta think about what exactly are you trying to promote, and how inside of that you have to use like the advanced features, because what that allows you to do is to lower your click rate. Because a lot of times when a person clicks on a particular ad that you have for IG or Facebook, sometimes the clicks are very high. So you have to really look inside of the niche. For example, if I were doing banana, like advertising like a banana article or selling bananas on Facebook or IG, then I would focus on like Dole banana. I would also focus on yellow banana, because a lot of times like those terms will be low, but you're gonna get probably more than actual banana, going after the keyword banana, because the keyword banana might be at $2 per click as opposed to 10 cents per click. So you have to look at what's really happening with that, with the advertisement. So I would say be cautious and try to preserve as much, get into the analytics that Facebook provides and IG.
Kelvin, you were supposed to say something.
Yeah, how do people become influencers? Is it because they have this special skill set knowing how to operate these platforms, or do they just have something to offer that's better than everyone else?
I got an answer for that.
All right, anybody, take it.
No, I'll leave it alone. Y'all don't want my answer.
Oh, okay. That's gonna be something militant. I got what you said. All right, go ahead, brother. I know what Damien was saying.
So there was a time when these people are handpicked, right? But I do think that there's the level of artistry that goes along with what they do, right? So just like a songwriter, you can listen to a song now, you can listen to a song 10 years back, 10 years forward, it's still gonna be effective. And I feel like these people, influencers, they take whatever subject matter it is and they make it fun, no matter what you're looking at it, and if you take like just just in general, like you think about all the different products that we have seen, and Michael Jordan sneakers, he's an influencer, because the thing about it, his excellence drives it, right? And a lot of times when you have an influencer, those people are invested in a particular niche. If it's makeup and hair, they're invested in it. They're trying it out. They are committed to the game, and they're able to tell you why you should pick this particular product. So I think an influencer is like an actor. They know how to either read a script, they know how to promote a product, and they also know how to communicate why you should utilize it. So there's definitely an art to it, because not everyone can be an influencer, right? So.
So what happens if you don't have the booty to twerk on camera and you just flat back Betty and you trying to all right, I'm gonna leave it alone. I saw Kelvin's face. I saw Damon. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna leave my question out.
He almost got a scroll. He almost got it.
I'm trying to avoid the scroll right now.
He going for your record. But Damien, what are you saying that usually is through like sexuality and promiscuity that
it seems right. I didn't do the research yet, but it does seem like those people are being promoted heavily on things like TikTok and Instagram, and you've seen certain artists in hip hop, if they're not wearing certain type of outfits and doing certain things, they're not even being promoted. So it just seems like, how many flatback Bettys you out there that can you name that?
I agree with that. I think when it comes to women, I think women can sell anything. I think men, when it comes to a beautiful woman, and it's funny because it's exploitive. A beautiful woman, whether she has something to do with the article or product or not, they will put it up there, and men will click to see beautiful women. So that is definitely true. I mean, if you are cosmetically challenged, then people are not going to click it.
I'm gonna check you out. I'm gonna check you out. But
you know what's funny? I learned that watching Wheel of Fortune as a kid. They would be like, a new car, and I've never noticed the car. I don't know nothing about cars, but I remember the bikinis that was up there that they was,
No, like I think women check
out the Price is Right.
No, women
Price
check
is
out
Right.
Price is
Apologies.
Right. Yeah, women check out.
They had new cars in Wheel of Fortune too, but I think it was both of them shows.
Women check out cute dudes, and now they got these shorts on and shit like that. They check out that kind of shit. Serious. And dudes, when it comes to dudes, a funny dude. Women love to laugh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm serious. Like, I got most of my pussy back in the day on being funny. I ain't the best looking motherfucker. I'm kind of funny. Come on, Tammy.
You know that came from? That came from the fact that Damien almost got the scroll and D couldn't let him win. D couldn't let him win.
So what'd you call it back in the day, Demar? You called it Giggle and Smash? Giggle and Wiggle?
Fucking Netflix.
Giggle and Pickle? What was the phrase?
We only had the channel 2 to 13.
Shorter makes me laugh.
You say you gotta get naked. Yeah, Shorty, that's exactly what you got.
Joke and Poke? Was that? That's what y'all was calling it?
I like that. Joke and Poke.
Joke and Poke.
Yeah. See,
well,
look,
I mean,
look what Sister Ortiz just said. I'm telling you, son. Dudes in sweatpants now. That's what he's looking for.
Yeah.
I think it's different with men. I think it's different with men. Men, to me, we don't have an equivalent of cleavage. They don't have a. I don't think women have. I don't think it's the same. I don't think it's the same draw that advertisers use when it comes to women that they can with men. I think it's a lot different. It just seems that way.
A lot of comedy, like Snoop Dogg. Like Snoop Dogg did. Was it Corona? I don't know if you ever seen the Corona commercials. It's a lot of more comedy.
Yeah.
He's endorsing a bunch of things. I mean, for me, I saw Rick Ross got potato chips now. So like it's all about the music that Rick Ross created. Obviously fueled that the music that Snoop Dogg created, the comedy that Kevin Hart created, The Rock, like all these people, and Logan Paul, Jake Paul, all this other, all these guys, they have like something that's driving people forward, whether it's comedy or their platform.
Yeah. Sean, let me ask you this other question, Sean. When you have a person that runs a business, can they hire you to set up their medium, kind of the platform and strategic, what the actual strategy to grow their business? Do you take on clients?
Yes, we do. So my team is my team is stretched out. So as far as the time zone and space of time, right? So yeah, we do. So what we do is content writing. We do brand strategy. So we'll sit down with you. We'll see exactly what you're trying to communicate. Do you have the footage? So like the example of the fitness person, he has, footage, but I haven't seen it yet. So when I sit down, we'll go over it. If you got to take reshots, new videos, testimonials, or I'm dealing with a doctor and their private practice, sometimes you have to start from scratch. So I think a lot of it is more of what you're trying to do. So for instance, what kind of business are you in, Kelvin?
Cleaning. I have a cleaning business.
Good. So one of the so I'm going to tell you, I watch. So I am like, I get into the social media aspect of it, of how like businesses connect. So one of the, there's a couple of businesses that do rug cleaning and they do office cleaning, and that's all they do is film. They film the cleaning of that. And there is an audience that of over 1 million people that have followed this particular this company just to see them do business. So not only are they getting the bag from the actual service that they're providing, they're getting advertisement dollars from the people that are looking for that particular service in another country, in another state, in another city. And then on top of that, brands are coming to them to do use their cleaning products. I think it's called Advanced Technology or something like that. But it's like a mom and pop shop. They go to different houses and they just create an experience of going to different clients. And cleaning businesses are businesses as a whole. They're surviving a lot on that because they may not have to get 10 clients a month. They might do 5 clients because YouTube is giving them kickbacks, or they're doing different locations, or increasing their budget because now they're sort of an influencer, right? So a lot of it, I would say, is like you gotta put your product out there. You gotta introduce people to you. You gotta introduce people to what your services are doing, and then scale it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Nice. Question: Where can people find you if they wanted to reach out to you and ask you some questions? Maybe set up a call. Maybe book your company for some support on their business.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's you can go to IG at Sean Coggins Inc. and you can just send me a DM, or you can contact me at 347-385-6251.
Did he just do the Mike Jones? Did he just Mike Jones?
He about to get all the booty calls.
And that's a good part, right? I mean, it's business.
The booty calls are a good part. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Listen, at the end of the day, it's 5 o'clock somewhere in the world right now.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Now Sean's a solid dude. Sean's a real solid dude, y'all. For people to know the brother.
Can I ask one last one, Sean? Some people believe that the day of the website is kind of behind social media. What do you think about websites? Other people say, I don't need a website. I have Facebook. So where do you stand on that?
I am probably proof of that. A lot of times I get more traction from my IG than I get, and my phone number from my website. And think about it like this, right? Everybody used to run for the yellow pages, right? Because it was so slow. Like like your mother would be like, "Hey, can you find me like a cleaning service?" And you're like, "Oh man, you're just folding through."
Right.
It's over. People go to your IG page. Oh, okay, I like what I see. They DM you, "Hey, send me a rate. Are you available?" We're at like a point in life where things happen at a really fast pace. And I think that's where it needs to be. I mean, websites are really not that important because if you think about it, your last purchase was from social media.
That's true.
And just think about it. What's the last,
I got what you're saying. Last time I went on the website, right? I get you. When did I go? Right.
Yeah, I mean, like Grubhub, Uber, they always catch me on social media. They're like, "Oh, it's time to eat," and it is really time to eat.
Right. Yo, that's the truth. Yo, they sent me some shit the other day. So 0 deliveries. I said, "Oh, word!" And I went right to this shit. Word up. That's
right.
That's the fucking truth, yo. Damn.
Right. And when you go to their website, they got nothing there really. Right. It's so like when you utilize social media, like you jump right into it because I think a lot of times like that's where everybody's at, and it's free. If you think about it, like you could do a hashtag cleaning in Atlanta, and you're gonna get people that are like, "Oh, nice job. Oh, can you send me this?" A lot of times that's where a lot of people are getting it. Don't matter, writers, all these different people. Even when it comes to look at how YouTube is right now. YouTube adopted hashtags, right? Why did they adopt hashtags? Because they're trying to segment out the different information because they want people to relate YouTube to IG to TikTok to everything. And now you could own it. Like a couple years back, Country Wayne had nothing. Now he got like millions of followers. He got shorts. He got all these different things. So, and dive into that because that's where the money's at, because you could probably triple up a client just based on what you find online. So I think the website is dead. We pick up our phones more than we pick up a computer. right? And you know, that's the easiest medium is actually social media.
I mean, we've been trying to tell Kelvin to get an act for the longest. It's time. He said he's gonna do it in 2023. Still ain't got social media. He's still thinking that superstars don't be on small screens. Eddie Murphy now is on Netflix every day. I'm trying to tell you, Kelvin, that mindset is old, bro. You better get on this social media thing. You better get your business on social media. You have to do it, bro.
Yes.
And we already know you a model. You just got to go up there. You advertise the cleaning products next to you, like pose and do all of you know.
Yeah, man, you got to do it, man. Come to 2023, Kelvin.
And you know what? And talking about those cleaning products, a lot of the people that were doing like the online YouTube shorts and different social media videos, what have you, they're coming out with their own products, right? So it's that movement where you have people that love looking at people that clean, then you have your audience that are going to get you like, you know, 300,000 views, and it's going to get you X amount of dollars. And then you're going to have people that really need your service. And then you're going to, you know, you're going to have people that are like, hey, I need you to promote this brand. That's why a lot of times, like on social media, there's more invested in social media than TV, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and think about it now. Like we're in a like a pivot, right? Where we have like a lot of interesting social media content coming out, and you're seeing people with like all these different clothing. Like they're so far ahead because the advertisers are like, you know what? They're gonna make us money. And what they do, they make them money.
Right. Good point.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Kelvin, you have to come over, man. You have to come over, man.
Hilarious.
It is.
It's 2 years.
And you got to have thick skin. So that's the one thing. On the dark side, you got to have thick skin. But a lot of times, it's probably because people didn't try. That's why.
Good point.
Jake who?
Very good point.
Jake Seha. I don't know who that is. My wife has a cleaning business. She can't even handle all the work on Long Island.
Damn.
Wow.
Give it to Kelvin.
Wow.
Kelvin.
I'm telling you, right? It hurt when they say it.
Sure. Farm it out to Kelvin. Farm it to Kelvin. Y'all gotta do something.
We gotta talk.
That's my man. That's my brother right there, Sharif, man.
All right, we gotta talk.
Happy Block affiliate.
Sean, thank you.
Happy Block.
So Sean, anything let the people know, man, what's going on? Anything else before we get you out of here, brother?
No, man. I think it's been a really good year. Starting out, just supporting Black businesses and other businesses, people's ideas, and we're definitely active and just getting out there, man. I really appreciate y'all having me on. I think it's very important, at this time, like where we're at in this stream of time, opening a business is probably the cheapest it's ever been, right? And we don't have we're gonna have the issues that we're gonna have, but just getting to that first step, it's on us, right? And I think that's where you got to find somebody that knows strategy. You gotta believe in yourself. You also have to really have a good product, because when you put it out there, people are gonna comment on it, and it's gonna be positive, it's gonna be negative. I mean, we know Jell-O got hit as a product based on things that happened with them, right? So in the sense of like they were a good product before, they had bad stuff happen, and then all of a sudden it's a bad product. So people are always gonna have a comment about what you're doing. You have to ignore them on social media, and you have to focus on the people that are actually giving you positive comments. Reply to them, get engaged, like them, send them coupons if you have coupons for your business. You never know. And yeah, stay blessed with that.
Thank you, Sean, man. Your brother, man. We hope you safe 2023. We'll see you soon. We know we're gonna have you back on again. We're gonna do some stuff in February. We figure it out. We'll get some black. We're gonna go black. February. We're gonna keep the blackness is 12 months out the year, brother. So
yeah, man. And Kelvin, stay strong, man. The Jets, stay strong.
Oh, brother. Pray for us, brother.
He had a jab.
My bad.
Sean had to hit him with the jab before he leaves. Okay, take that with you. Go to sleep with that.
Hey,
thanks a lot, my brother.
All right, Sean. Peace,
Later.
brother. Peace.
Thank you.
Oh man, that was good, man. Derek. Oh, Damien in the middle already, man.
There you go.
Already started off, man. That was good, man. That was good. The social media and what he's talking about with that. I think he's right on with the website thing. I think businesses give you credit check to make sure you have a website, all kind of stuff like that when you were trying to get business credit and stuff like that. I get that part of it. But besides the basic website, I think your social media and click into the links and all that stuff is the best way to go.
I think the website is like the digital version of maybe a business card right now. But you know, used to be like you could hand out a business card and automatically get the business. You know what I'm saying? But now it's just you're kind of expected to have it. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's a great point, Derek, because they have this like digital business card now, right? Where you scan it and it sends you all your stuff. Or they have this thing Linktree on social media where you click on it and it puts all the links in. So yeah, that's a great point. I think it is like a form of like ID. So if somebody search you out, you know, you talking and you're in a business meeting, they look you up and you're trying to sell them a product or you provide a service and they don't see a website, they're not going to be as comfortable unless if they see a legit looking website that at least has your name, has your business, has some information, some testimonials. So I definitely agree that I think you do need at least the basics up there just for like social proof, like you proving that you exist.
Right. And plus they match up with the Google search. You know what I'm saying? Because most people, if you meet, they're gonna put it in Google. They're gonna come to the website. It's gonna, you know, so people are looking for that. You know, if they don't see that, they see it. It drives you towards, you know, social media, which it will do. But yeah, you know, so I think there's a place for both. You know what I mean? I think I think you guys are right. The website, you know, it's not what it used to be. But it's still somewhat necessary. You know what I mean? I should say necessary right now. Yeah.
Right. It's a footprint. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And Jamie, I know we missed a couple of comments. Can you bring them up for us, please?
Sharif, is Lisa hiring?
Good question.
Sharif says, I'm still mad about the Jets. They had a chance, but have QB issues.
Blame it on Derek. Blame that on Derek.
Sophia says, especially for certain generations. Okay.
Yeah, the website, I guess so.
Yeah,
Kelvin.
Yeah, exactly.
Kelvin.
The website.
That's Kelvin.
Yeah. He says, hi, hello is a hi, hello is a good one for a business card. It's good for best business card.
Dope. Sean is in the comments. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Stay in the comments.
Okay, stay in the comments. That's dope. Okay, what should we say?
Yeah, he said, Sean, if you get naked, people are gonna ask for a refund and they didn't even buy anything.
Oh damn! I guess give Sharif the scroll. On our girl Shauna, man. Shauna, come on, man.
Oh man,
that's family, boy. That's family. I love my man Sharif, man. That's Shauna's brother. For people who don't know, that's Shauna's brother. So there's number of family jokes there. But anyway, Jamie, man, take us out commercial, please, my brother.
Orchard Blue Counseling Services, or known as OBS, is a private mental health practice based in Southeast Queens, New York. OBS's founder and holistic psychotherapist, Serene Prince, is a Queens native with Caribbean roots. Serene is committed to providing culturally competent holistic psychotherapy to diverse communities while curating a safe healing space for Black and Brown people with compassion and awareness of their total being. As experts in children and teens, we have curated a mental health and wellness community where children are heard, guided in developing a healthy self-esteem, supported in strengthening their inherited resilience, and learn skills to manage their emotions to develop positive relationships with parents, adults, and their peers. Orchard Blue Counseling Services is designed to help children and adults discover their inner healer as we take the journey with our clients to work towards self-acceptance, self-love, and resilience to manage life's uncertainties and embrace its wonders. Our private practice extends to providing consultant services for personal life transitions and business development, parenting guidance and support, and clinical supervision for mental health students and therapists. And be sure to book our founder, Serene Prince, as your next holistic speaker, offering your audience a life-changing experience. Now that you have taken the first step to learning about us, we invite you to walk towards a healing and progressive life with Orchard Blue Counseling Services. Contact us for your free consultation where applicable. Email or call us at info@orchardbluecounseling.com or area code 516-200-1174. You can also connect with us at our website and social media pages, orchardbluecounseling.com, or on Instagram at orchardblue_counseling SBCS, or Facebook at Orchard Blue Counseling.
Yo, 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 what's up, what's up, what's up? If you like what you're seeing from the Four Brothers here, give us a thumbs up, like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay notified when we go live and post new content. Thank you for the support. Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Let's Chop It Up. Please press that like button, like and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Please like and subscribe. Drive with the thing, the algorithms. I know I can't pronounce that shit. Drive all that shit up anyway. Miri, what up, sis? This is why my mom's favorite. Oh, the sibling rivalries is on and popping. Word up, big sister on little brother. Yeah, man. But he ain't the baby though. He's the little brother. Anyhow, man, let's go. Jamie got man set up for me here. Let me see. What nobody tells you about marriage, the brutal truth. Jamie, can you play us the clip for this one then?
What nobody tells you about marriage, the brutal truth. A man offers provisions and protection from the moment he says, I do. This is his duty, and he does not deviate, deprive, or withhold it from his partner. It is consistent. A woman offers beauty, loyalty, and sexual exclusivity from the moment she says, I do. This is her duty, and she will deviate from it from time to time, regardless of a man's consistency. Every month, a man pays bills. He does not take a break. Every month, a woman cooks and cleans. She will take breaks. Every day, a man secures his home. He does not take a break. Every day, a woman maintains beauty and health. She will take a break. When a wife turns sex into privilege and withholds it, he does not take a break. When a woman lets herself go and become lazy, he does not take a break. When a woman goes into menopause and no longer wishes to sexually please her man, he does not take a break. When a wife and husband argue and fight and separate, they both may cheat. He does not take a break. A woman completely shuts off access from the time of separation up into divorce. If a man take a break, all will perish. If a man isn't consistent, all will fail. So let's stop questioning men who exercise their options.
Is he a motivational speaker?
I have no idea. I thought he was in the nation.
I was just asking.
It was very well delivered. I think, if it's based on what is considered a traditional relationship in terms of this society or traditional marriage, there are some points, but I think there are some nuances that he may have missed out. But this will be a great conversation. So let's go. I'm ready for this one.
I think in the way the things are working today, if we all pay bills, if you do not pay bills, we all pay bills and we do not take a break, no matter what, sex you are, so yeah, there are certain things that are just mandatory, you know what I mean? And so, yeah, I think you're right. If we're talking about the traditional roles of, a man being the provider and woman being the homemaker, so to speak, or, then that it is what it is. If we do not, we got to eat, right? We're a couple, we got to eat. So if someone doesn't cook, you know what I'm saying? Then, that's what it is. So we know we cannot take a break from eating. You know what I mean? We cannot take a break from paying bills, So I don't know. I don't necessarily know that it all needs to be the woman, doing one thing and the man doing the other. You know what I mean? There is room for compromise in both. But you're right, though. There are certain things that us as men, we are just kind of naturally expected to do, protecting and providing, and it is what it is. But in today's society and the way things are built, women have to obviously take some of those responsibilities on, and they are doing it. So,
well, I'm at a disadvantage because I've never been married, so I it's hard for me to speak on it. What I will say is I've noticed, and I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago, I'm seeing online more and more there is definitely a battle of the sexes. This is something that is
Yeah.
changed between women and men, especially in our community. It's almost like there's a group of men that feel like we're going to now exact some type of revenge on the opposite sex. We there's this thing, people getting passports in droves. They're saying that men are going to Latin countries and communities to go find, I keep hearing this term, more traditional values with women. I keep hearing that. So when I hear that, he's offering a lot of examples, but not really a solution. So he's outlining those things. So what is the alternative? Because the only shot for me is women. It's just gonna be that. It's just gonna be a woman. That's it. And so I have no other. There's no other card for me to play. So whatever menopause, whatever it's gonna be.
Women.
That's right. No. It's gonna be her. So if there's something that you can suggest that will help in this, the bills are definitely gonna be there. So taxes is definitely gonna be there.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I see no other alternative, and if it is one, I'm not interested in it. So as a result, it's just gonna be her regardless. So I think certain things you gotta live with.
Oh, what was that last comment?
Yo, EOT's is off the chain, bro.
What did she say?
She said immediately after childbirth, I understood why women outsource sex.
Damn.
I don't even know what to say to that. I've never been married either, so I can't speak on that directly. But I can speak towards the video, and I think there is a sentiment, but I feel like it's only being promoted within the Black community, and it's attempting to further divide Black men and women in as many ways as possible. At the end of the day, I don't hear the same language and communication and conversations and topics and catchphrases and boy bye being promoted in other communities.
I'm allow a slight pushback on that. I'm old to remember when white men were going through the Russian wife phase.
Oh yeah.
All right. So and it was based around a lot of these same sentiment. You know what I'm saying? So they were getting away from the so-called Western white women. And they were kind of moving
mail order brides.
Yeah, that was a thing. Yeah.
But is that the same as what they're doing within the Black community right now? Where it's like all Black men are broke, they don't take care of their children. All of that. Those narratives. I don't know if those are the narratives white people was talking about. It wasn't promoted this popular.
They had different narratives. Theirs was more. We're caught up. Listen, to this day, we're still caught up in this fight of this battle of the sexes between white women and white men. You know what I'm saying? And we're just being pulled in different directions, like almost like magnetism or something. You know what I mean? So yeah, there was a thing similar but different at the same time. I just think that us as Black people, we can't necessarily what did she say once they learn English? Okay. Yeah, I think we just have a smaller chance of or opportunity, of making mistakes. You know what I'm saying? So that's we just have to get it right, not more than they do,
I mean, in the music, in the music nowadays, you hear it. I don't need a man. Like, I don't know if that was a thing that was promoted in Hispanic, Asian, Latin, other communities, right? Women aren't told that you can be strong and independent and you don't need a man. And that's not the narrative that they're pushing from birth.
No, but this is an American thing, though. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily. This is like, to me, I feel like it's an Americanized thing. It's specific to America, specific to Western culture. European meaning, France, England. You know what I mean? Possibly Spain and America, and that's where it's coming from. If you're talking about Latin countries, it's different. If you're talking about,
but think about this: Tyler Perry, certain music artists, certain super popular, super rich, super famous people in, let's say, what would be considered Black culture are proprietors and pushers of these narratives. I don't know the white counterparts. Like, who are they? Tell me. Because then we can make the comparison. But if those people don't really exist and they're not elevated to the winning all the Grammys and getting on all the commercials and all that other stuff, like Beyonce made Single Ladies And what? She's married to Jay. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
the I don't need a man phase. It seems like it's being very strategically practiced and pushed in the Black community, at least more so than others. Let me not say that it doesn't exist anywhere else. It just seems like it's being more so promoted and pushed. City girls and all that other, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No.
Drugging and robbing dudes in the strip club. You know that.
Yeah, I know what he said. Sean made a good point. He says two partners can't drive a car together. One has to drive and the other read the map. You can switch roles, but it takes a collective effort. Sophia Hilton says they exist in all cultures. Ours is just on the front page. I've sat in circles of women of all cultures, and the stories are the same. Which stories are they, Sophia? Which ones are we talking about specifically? You know, she mentions country music.
Country music.
Okay, yeah.
But is it 50 songs in the Black community and 4 in country music? Because that does matter too. So I'm sorry.
I think what it is that the issue is because of what has been done to the family in our community more so than everyone else. I think that's the biggest issue. So even if we deal with some of the same issues, it seems like we're hemorrhaging more because we don't have the same support system other communities have. So it's so if you say 7 out of 10 Black women are not married, you could take that 7 out of 10 white women, it's the same thing, but they still have an infrastructure that's rooting for them to succeed when we don't have that. So we don't have the safety that everyone else has. So that's why our community is so important for us to rally around. If I gave a sports analogy, we don't have depth coming off the bench. We need our starters. We need our men. We need our men in our community, and we need them to help to continue to protect and build this community. And because of what's been done, mass incarceration and different things, right now the women don't have as much to choose from. To Damien's point, pop culture has really sabotaged a lot of things, making people think certain things, as far as media portrayals that are not true. I think there's a large group of young people that come up wanting the rapper, wanting the basketball player, thinking that's the life that should be provided for financial gain. Whereas as far as integrity or hard work and things like that, we've really passed that by because it's not quick money. It's not promoted. So the man that's a plumber or a teacher or custodian or whatever, we want to pass him by. Right. We want to pass him by because we want Drake. And so that becomes a setup. So you got 10,000 people running to a club because they're going to be Mrs. Drake. And no, what you're going to do is Drake going to just be running through 10,000 people, and that's about it. So, and that's just a hypothetical, everybody. I don't know the man. I'm just, but what I'm saying is that's what it is. So I think that's the difference.
Light skin hate.
Can I just put one point out to people? I would say go to blackdemographics.com. And you'll see a lot of information that might be a little startling as it pertains to the Black community, where you might find out that the majority of Black men are single and don't have children. So that means there's a smaller percentage of Black men who are having more children with multiple women. And the number doesn't tell the whole story, but it gives us a little way to understand what may be happening in certain situations in certain parts of the community. It doesn't represent the whole community, and I want to be clear on that. But those pieces of information can help us start to really get a deeper understanding of what is happening and how we might be able to get to that solution that Kelvin is mentioning. And I think that is the main focus, is like, what are the solutions to these issues? And I think it starts with just being honest. Like, if we start getting the real facts and data, and it's no more like, I was in a meeting with 13 people and 5 of them said we need to find data points and research and really look into it and say, what does this mean for us as a community? And how do we counteract what is happening to our community at this time to get to the kind of community that we want to live in and bring families into and build and develop?
Yeah, man. Good point. Good point, brothers. That was a good segment right there. Let's go to some other shit then. She called him broke because he didn't want to spend $250,000 for their wedding. Jamie, play the clip, brother.
I deserve to be somebody's wife. $250,000. $200,000. The type of wedding you want, that's how much it costs. You're bugging the We're gonna invest that. My job as a man is to hold the household down, and she hasn't worked in years. I'm not spending $250,000 on a wedding. I'm not doing it.
So you have no plans on getting married?
I have plans on getting. Let's go to City Hall.
I'm not a City Hall bitch. Stop saying City Hall, because shit about to get left. Like, I'm telling you right now.
At the end of the day, I love you more than life itself. But you gotta be easy with all this.
Love ain't enough. How long you plan on being broke?
All that we're broke. Out your mouth.
You
That's
saying
not
it costs
broke.
too much.
That's smart.
Broke people behavior.
That's smart. All right. Listen, you call it broke. You know what I'm saying? Leave and see what your ass gonna be.
Very toxic.
Way toxic.
Very toxic.
So now, my question is, let me ask y'all, audience, if y'all can chime in the comments, but what do you do in that situation as a man? Because to me, what I just saw was being disrespected on live TV, yelled at, disrespected, and you talking about, I need more. It's like, bro. So what do you do in that moment? Because I'm walking away. Like I'll tell you, if somebody feels comfortable talking to me like that, you don't want me at all anyway. Because I don't tolerate that type of treatment.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I agree. I mean, obviously, well, first of all, I don't watch those shows. I don't find them entertaining. It just doesn't work for me. So I'm assuming as you're watching this couple have this intimate discussion, there's a cameraman, there's a grip, there's a director, there's all these different things. Why people put that buttons? Right. So why, you know what I mean? Why because all of the shows have that same effect. It's never just a regular day. It's never just whatever. You have to have that for people to watch it. And so, but if this were real life, or even if the sentiment is accurate, Damien, you're right. It makes no sense. And that's the thing that you don't understand when you're younger. If you have to deal with that type of lunacy, then it is the red flag that you need to walk away from. That is the bottom line. In other words, you are City Hall. You sound like you from City Hall. You in other words, with you, you're not interested. You're not interested. And see, the thing is, you're not interested in getting married. You're interested in having a wedding.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's that's the thing. To have a wedding for you and all your ratchet friends to come there and act like they don't know how to act. That's what you're interested in. And people don't understand that. That big day is one day. That is it. And so to take $250,000 to spend that in one day is absolutely absurd. And to your point, Damien, I'm not a fan of going off. I'm not a fan of being unhinged. So, as Malcolm X said in the movie, stop yelling in my house. That's the thing. Like, this is going on,
he could buy a whole bunch of chicks for that, less than that.
But right, you know how many women will say, "Oh, you got $250,000 to invest? I'll take a shot marrying you in City Hall and making that $250,000, flipping it into a couple million." Yeah. And she's gonna be still arguing, well, I need a $250,000 wedding. I can't speak for everybody. I can only speak for myself. But most men are probably gonna see that and say, I'm not trying to put myself in a situation with you. No matter how beautiful, how much I think great you are, that attitude.
Yeah, wow.
How do you grow with that type of attitude? It seems like there's a lot of if somebody's yelling at you like that, if you were a child, they would call that abuse.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay. Well, David, to be honest with you, couples fight different ways, right? And sometimes people some people just, that's how they communicate. I'm not a fan of it, but some people get into the yelling thing or whatever. My thing is not even the yelling, the fact that you are not smart enough to realize you sound ridiculous. You sound ridiculous. In other words, if you think that there's some type of value in spending $250 so people can see you in that dress, that's absurd. That day is actually over. We're not struggling because of weddings. We're struggling because of marriages. That's the issue. So if you love this person, you feel them giving you $250,000 like solidifies that, That's the problem to me. That's the issue with me. Now, I'm seeing this guy who probably think that she's Halle Berry or something like that, which I'll be honest with you, it's looking like City Hall to me. It's looking like City Hall with a barbecue backyard party. That's what it's looking like to me. You see what I'm saying? He made a good point. All right, leave and see, see what you have.
So, and I love that point because that she said, so how long are you just gonna be broke? You know what I mean? Like, so that type of accusational tone, it's just like, so she must believe he has $250,000 to spend on a wedding. So I don't know how many people have $250,000 to spend on anything that you would just consider broke at the same time. So I the logic, all of it is off to me. I'm sorry.
Well, because but Damien, that's but see, right now, when we were kids, you didn't have 20-year-olds that were millionaires. Now there's a very select group of 1% of ball players and rappers and entertainers that have money. So there's a new group of young women who are going after that lifestyle, that are going after it, and that's what it is. And so they think. Now the problem is you got 90% of people trying to fit to that 1%. That's the reality. So everybody's trying to get Steph Curry and LeBron and Drake, and they're trying to get that, and it's a misnomer. There's probably there's probably maybe 25 multi-millionaire rappers or something like that.
Right.
Like, in other words, it's not what we think it is.
Right, of course.
Sophia.
It's not what they think it is.
Yeah. She knew what to say to try and push his buttons. Yeah, absolutely. She pushed his buttons. She pushed my buttons. Shit, man. You know,
and he did. Oh, great!
She hasn't worked in years. She hasn't worked.
He did say that she hasn't worked in years. So I mean, where's the balance in that? So now we compared it to the video we saw before that one with the guy talking about a man provides and a woman is, and
people
those are
beauty. People think beauty pays bills.
Listen,
but to be
people think, and I looked at her, and I still am seeing City Hall, and people think.
Scroll. Can we scroll them for that one?
I don't think I should be scrolled. I think I've been scrolled. Listen, let me say something. I officiate weddings, okay? And let me tell you something. I have seen more attractive women, or whatever, who were not in some type of $250,000 elaborate wedding, and I've seen somebody look just like her down there on Center Street in Manhattan. That's at the Justice of the Peace. I'm gonna just be honest with you. That's what
Center
it is.
Street or Hunts Point. No, I'm just...
Oh shit!
Oh, David.
But listen, know what though? To be honest, as a former passport boy, but you can buy so much ass for $250,000 in Thailand and all these places. So if it was him, I would just take 2,500 of that and have a good time.
And you know what's crazy? He's already on TV, so he don't even need to do that. So he's gonna have a certain type of attention just because he's famous.
Well, but one thing you guys are burying the fact that he said that he loves her on everything. Now that impairs your judgment sometimes.
But Kelvin, what did she say in response to that? Love ain't enough.
Right.
She said that to him after he said, "I love you to death," or something like that. I'm paraphrasing, but
and this is why he gonna learn. He's going to learn. Oh yeah, he gonna learn.
I tell people all the time, Tina Turner.
I ain't gonna
y'all didn't listen.
You can go to
They didn't
DR,
listen.
Panama.
Listen to Tina Turner.
The views expressed by D do not represent.
I'm just saying, she's right. There's a lot of lady boys in Thailand. Never been there.
Oh my God!
But you can go to different places and have a good happy ending. But anyhow, I want to show you God's work. No, I'm saying we'll show you what God's work. Lynette Hardaway, Diamond of Diamond and Silk, dies at 51. Look at God, won't He do it? That's God's plan. You can't argue with God. You can't argue with God. I want any of your Christians challenge me now. Bruh, how? That's His work. You can't give me a scroll for God's work.
It's not an opinion.
So
I'm just
all right.
I am just comment on the meeting God arranged. He said, "Come to my office," and she came.
I would say if I were, and I'm not a religious person, I can't identify that way because I would be a hypocrite. I would say if I was a religious person, I would see this as God calling her home.
Amen.
Speed dialing her home.
Amen. Amen.
Okay. Let me say
teleporting her home.
Let me say.
He's on his time, Kelvin.
Okay, this is what I say. This is what I say. I thought that whole Silk and Diamond or whatever they call themselves was buffoonery. I thought it was buffoonery. I thought it was ridiculous. And I hate to see any. I thought, well, I'm trying to be respectful of I guess their position. No, I don't like, even if you disagree with a party or you whatever, pandering to a group of people, especially doing it in the face of people who look like you, knowing their plight, I think is ridiculous. I think it's I think it's buffoonery. Separately, this person is somebody's family member who died. I don't know why. 51 to me is a young life to die. And so I want to make sure that I don't mix the disagreeing view I have with the loss of somebody's life. I just want to make sure I don't do that. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure somebody loves her, whatever. I did not like what she stood for. I did not like this whole pandering towards Trump or anybody else. Just blindly following people and agreeing with everything someone says is frightening to me. So I'll say I thought it was, so rest in peace to, my prayers would go out to this family. I didn't like it. I'm not a fan. You see, obviously Donald Trump responded to her death and things like that. To me, it really, really reeks of somebody who was just kind of that house slave to me. That's what it always felt like. It felt like that from the beginning. It just did. It was while he's running and everything like that. The woman they were invited to the White House. It just looked ridiculous to me. It looked like a minstrel show to me, but as far as the people that love this person, death is difficult to deal with. I just eulogized my 102-year-old aunt on Monday. I've had to eulogize more people than I can count. It is always still this feeling of emptiness that you miss someone. And so with that said, because I get Dee's point, it was a pain in the behind watching all that. It really, really was. But at the same time, I try to separate that from the human side of it. And I did not like what the woman stood for. I did not like the way they presented themselves. I disagree with them vehemently. But at the same time, when it comes to the loss of life, I don't know if the woman had children or family or nieces or nephews, and I'm sure they'd be hurt by the fact that she's gone, especially at such a young age. So that's all I can say, as far as that, because my initial response would be like, the way they did I didn't like when Kevin Samuels died, people were dancing on his grave. I realized one day your day comes, and it's just never great to do that. But go ahead, D, go ahead and erase everything I just said. I'm joking.
No, this is why you went to seminary and I didn't. I can say what's on your mind. I'm that motherfucker that would say what's on your mind, bro. You get all that was beautiful, elegant, very elegant, graceful. I don't have grace. I don't have grace for coons. I want to see them all dead. I don't care about them. I don't feel bad. I am so happy. Look at God. See what's on Main Street? Amen. Amen. Praise his name. Praise him, goddamn it. Praise him.
So can I ask, would this be...
He works in mysterious ways. So
that's a great point, Damon. Now, may I ask a question? Would y'all compare this to like Sandman of Apollo? Because I grew up on Apollo. Like when Sandman came out and shuffled somebody off or yanked them off the stage, is that what may have happened?
Only do it. He did it. God is Sandman.
Oh, man.
He had a 15 minutes of fame. He said, "Yeah, come back. Come on."
Just asking the question.
But you know what I'm always amazed at? When you do sell out, what do you get from it? I look at Stacey Dash. I look like, in other words, you always wind up being left. You know what it is? They will always prove to you what they really think of you. Always.
Always.
You just wanted them to. You thought you was different, didn't you? Snowflake, you thought you was different.
They call it the makeup call, right?
That's it. And that's the thing. I look at Stacey Dash and people like that. You know, and the other one, hers is coming. I forgot her name. I'm glad I don't. Sorry, hers is coming.
Oh yeah,
hers is coming because they eventually have to remind you. They'll remind you.
Didn't Stacey Dash get arrested and she said I'm white? She was like, I'm white.
Oh, chill.
I remember she got arrested. I
You
saw
have
that
to
she
bring
got
that one
arrested.
up. Look,
I didn't hear that part,
like
but she did get arrested.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what she did, Damien? And that's why I say you got to be very, very careful these bridges you burn. So when you are a struggling actress, and now you can't even work for Tyler Perry, now you can't even do a show on BET. Now you can't work for. Now Hollywood is through with you already. But usually you can come and get a landing somewhere, a soft landing within your community. You isolated that.
All that work.
Yo, she can be on all these BT bullshit shows. She ain't one of them. You know they need a light-skinned older chick right now. And they got no. They passing her by.
And she, you know, is actually, you know, pun intended, she's clueless. That's what it is.
Oh shit.
She could have rebooted Clueless. They're doing all the reboots now. She could have been like a principal.
Right.
Yo,
but she overplayed it.
Jamie just verified what Damien said is true. She did say that shit.
Wow.
Yeah, I tend to not just make stuff up. I like to joke around, but
well, you thought you was different.
Sophia said she identifies as she identifies as well. Okay, cool. But there it is. Sorry, I thought I was reaching. I hit the wrong damn thing and got into the other comments. Okay,
there you go.
All right, so we're gonna stay on since amen to God and all that stuff you did there, God. We're gonna talk about this pastor telling this woman. So this pastor tells this woman of his own church she needs to lose weight and get better bras. Jamie, play the clip for us, brother.
Who's single? It's your fault. It's your fault. A woman should just shut up and look cute and nod your head. It's your fault. Who want me to critique them right now on the spot? You do it. Come here, right here. Come right here. Now she said she gonna do this, didn't she? Did I call her out? Did she come on herself? All right, so you need to lose weight. Find a good bra. You need to go to Intimates. It's called Intimates. I took my wife. My wife knew nothing about anything. My wife knew nothing because she came from a family who didn't know anything about anything. I took my wife to a place that we don't buy bras at Victoria, not black women that got large breasts. So you need to get your bra made. And it's not that expensive. No, baby, you get a good bra, it's almost like having a breast lift.
All right, before y'all say anything, how come he knows so much about intimates and bras? Who took him there that he knew more than his wife knew? And also, he sounded like a pimp. He's not a pastor.
Okay, all right.
That's a good question.
Let me say this. Let me say this. And I know it's gonna sound crazy. I would want to see the full context of that. First of all, the whole bra thing to me is inappropriate. The reason I say that because that really looked like to me an illustration. It looked like an illustration about something that they were referencing. That's what it looked like to me. Now, if it's not, completely inappropriate. That it's so over the top. That's why I'm thinking because they did that one time. They did that. I'm just going to give you a quick example. They played a clip on 2020 of Fred Price saying, I don't drive the same car every day. I need a different car every single day. I need this amount of money, this, that, and the third. And it's like, these pastors, somebody sent 2020 that, they didn't verify it. His actual statement was, if you don't know who God is, you'll be making statements like, and then they whatever. So they wind up suing 20. So I don't know what was said before that. To me, I'll just say this. Some things are better off left unspoken. You do not sit there and reference. What I realize is this. Don't reference women's hygiene. Don't reference this sexuality, all that stuff. Certain things you can't even reference because you're never going to win with that. I remember preaching once and making a joke within a message about someone's hair, just saying, someone was interested in me when I was in college, and I looked at her hair and I said, "This is not the one for me." I lost the whole female congregation. At that moment, I was younger, I was inexperienced, I thought I was making a joke. But see, that platform is not for joking. It is not stand-up comedy. It is for people to have a message that you should be actually receiving and interpreting and delivering to the people. So once it becomes about you, to me, you as a pastor of people with spiritual guidance has nothing to do with what type of bra she is. And if she's single, it's not her fault or whatever. That's why I'm saying I would love to see more of it, because now we live in this thing with TikTok and all these short clips. You never know the context. And so if it was just on the surface what it looked like, of course it's inappropriate. It really, I wouldn't think a person would be that ignorant. Now, don't get me wrong, we see it all the time, especially in church, especially in ministry, especially in pulpits. But this one seems so over the top. It almost seemed like it was just great clickbait, but there may be some greater context. That's what I would think. But my stance is that conversation in itself would be inappropriate to discuss over the pulpit, especially with a congregant. And if you're not with the woman, I don't think it matters to you what type of bra she's wearing. If this is not your wife, it should not matter what type. And this is not a child. This is not a teenager. This is a grown person. So I don't think your job in the ministry is educating women on what type of bras they should wear or where they should get them from. That's what I would think. And to your point about the pimping thing, again, I don't know, because let me tell you something. I've been called that. Everybody in ministries gets called that. They think you pimping people for either their money or for the women or something. So that's the go-to for all preachers. That's just what you're always going to get.
Well, no, I don't think preachers and pastors are pimp. I think that individual person, the way he was talking.
I got what you're saying. I'm just saying that's the usual. That's the ministry's N-word. Like, that's the first thing.
The 48 laws of pimping. He read the 48 laws of pimping. That's what I would say. That's probably where he got a lot of his strategies from.
Listen,
well, a lot of back in the day, historically, a lot of pimps came from the South, and so did a lot of preachers.
And preachers. That's exactly. Don Magic Wand. They let them up to Chicago, and Detroit, and those places like that. They took that same game. I should have been a preacher and a pimp. God damn it! I missed my calling. Anyhow, Jamie, we got another one here. Quitting Walmart. Can you play the clip for us, please?
Attention Walmart shoppers and associates. My name is Beth from Electronics. I've been working at Walmart for almost 5 years, and I can say that everyone here is overworked and underpaid. The attendant policy is we are treated from management and customers poorly every day. Whenever we have a problem with it, we're told that we're replaceable. I'm tired of the constant gaslighting. This company treats their elderly associates like To Jared, our store manager, you're a pervert. Greta and Kathy, shame on y'all for treating your associates the way you do. I hope you don't speak to your families the way you speak to us. Shout out to Cominique, Patty, Chardell, and so many more. Walmart doesn't deserve y'all. Fuck management and fuck this job. I quit.
And that's how you do it. Damn.
Oh, man.
I hope she goes viral and gets a social media contract where she can pop off on different topics and subjects, because I respect it.
Damn,
oh my God.
Damn.
I was trying to calm down this show because we was wilding last week.
Savage as hell, boy.
Oh,
damn, she ain't lying.
He be hitting the fucking right in the ribs.
Okay, I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. I know it sounds foul. I'm not a fan of doing that.
Was that appropriate?
Yeah. I don't think it was. First of all, because the people that are shopping in that store, the children that are in that store, and all those different things like this, I don't think that's the place to hash this out. You know, I think there are different ways to deal with management, upper management, the people that are with you. And I think what you should do, the guy that's a pervert, you need to file a claim against him. And then if you feel like, you know, I would, much to you guys' point about social media, then I would make it known. I mean, I think Uber's a scam for the way they treat the people that work with them. But I think still there's a more civilized way to do it. And I know she was probably upset and she was angry, and she wanted to come and lash out and make them feel it. But I think there's a different way, maybe a more tactful way to do it, that I would have handled it differently. I think we've all worked at places or worked for people that, you know, so, but I just think, you know, I don't know that getting on the mic, because, and to be honest with you, you guys haven't mentioned it, I think you may be able to be sued for that as well. You know, you know, there is slander. I mean, whoever this guy is, whoever you call people's names over this thing that's on all over the social media, all over YouTube. You know, so I'll just say this: my father used to tell me, always think. He said, because when you stop, when you panic, you stop thinking. So you know.
Yeah, Sharif, that's funny. Go read, do the comments. I'm sorry, Derek.
Yeah. Danny Stumper says, I hope that young lady had a new job in place. I do too, because she's gonna need one, man. After this, Sharif says, Walmart customers are used to the F-bombs.
That's facts. I don't
like going there. I don't like going there.
Green Acres. I don't go there.
I don't like Walmart at all. It gives me anxiety. This place is too big.
I pay extra at Target. I go to Walmart in New Jersey. I can't go to one. I can't go to one.
At the end of the day, if that woman felt like she was being abused by the management and the staff, it was very few options she had. If she named multiple people who treated and talked to their staff inappropriately, I don't have no sympathy for the devil, if that's a phrase. If they out there mistreating people on a consistent basis, what comes to them is what comes to them.
Yeah, but I would file charges against that. In other words, the slander, that doesn't really help. I mean, again, moving the needle, there are different ways. In other words, sue Walmart. They have money. Tracy Morgan tell you that. Sue Walmart.
I agree with you. I'm saying, like, but what happened to those people? I have no. If that's what they're doing to their staff, and that's what they're doing as management, they're abusing people and attendance pop, and they're taking advantage of. If you're mistreating and abusing people, I have no sympathy for you.
Right, but we don't know that because it's just one person's side too.
Right,
that's the same thing. You know what I mean? So that's why you don't. That's not for public consumption, I would think.
That's why I keep saying yeah.
Sophia's a Green Acres Walmart is Porsche Wonderland.
Oh my God,
crazy.
Walmart Electronics. Sean says Walmart Electronics. Last time I went in, everything was behind the glass. The public outburst just caused her the possible case. Yeah, that public outburst.
Yeah.
I mean, there was this phrase, you don't know what's enough until it's too much. You know what I mean? I can't remember the phrase right now. I'm sorry. It was a quote. We don't know we don't know what's too much until it is too much.
Well, she got herself in a nigga moment
where the natives meet.
She nigga moment. She fucked herself up and got herself into one. Now she fucked up. But I know someone that quit like that at Walmart in the South, and Jamie know him very well. So everybody get caught in nigga moment.
I worked at Rock Bottom when I was in high school. Dude, I worked with. He gonna get on. It's Saturday, 1 in the afternoon. Attention, customers. We're closing in 5 minutes. They almost fired him over that. Talking about we closing in 5 minutes.
I had one dude when I went to movies. When I worked at a movie stuff. Sorry, Damien. When he worked at a movie company, he took a shovel to the manager's ass. He tore the whole office over with a shovel.
What?
Beat the desk, everything. It was crazy, man. You wound up going to jail for some other murder later on. But go ahead. Sorry.
Demond, were you in the meeting where a staff member flipped out for about 5-7 minutes, and it was like the day before their last day, and they was leaving?
No.
Oh, we're gonna have to talk. It was epic. It wasn't Walmart, but it was worthy. There was a lot of comments.
Walmart employees.
Oh yeah, other Walmart employees shot the place up, and he was a manager. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
you got to chill out, man. Watch that. Just
pull people in the side, got everybody together, and just started shooting people up, bro. Right there in the meeting. Yeah.
Well, on that note, let's go to Target. All right. Thanks for rocking out with us tonight, everyone, man. Like we said, we're gonna be out for 2 weeks. We come back February 1st for Black History Month. So we want to say peace, and peace.